Alright, Sofa King Drunk back again with yet another attempt at a lager review. The one I'm going to review just now is a famous one throughout the UK, and it's Carling. 4% on the Richter scale. Brewed since 1840. This one brewed under licence in the UK by Molson Coors. So anyway, another one, big pint can, going cheap, just over £1. Just about £5 for 4 pints in your local store, and you can pick them up. This is one that didn't sell very well in Scotland until I think it was about 2003, 2004, when they actually sponsored the Old Firm and went on the football jerseys, and then Carling seemed to take off really well in Scotland. But before that it couldn't shift Tennent's. Tennent's was the number one. So here's a pour of the Carling. Probably one of the most famous macro lagers in the UK. Give it a little tap. We have just your bog standard, excuse me again, really does my head in that, frog's eggs on the glass. As I said, it's just your normal bog standard lager colour. Slight carbonation going up there. 4% for this one. Its head's sort of disappearing off it because I have had it rather chilled. It's been in the fridge now for a week or so, right at the back. So, going here for the nose of the Carling, see what we can come up with. You get a little bit of bread from it. Kind of like a smell of like a dry Weetabix type smell. Quite a rough, coarse, cheap Weetabix, not the good stuff like so wheat flake bisques or whatever you call them out your cheap supermarkets. You know the stuff I'm talking about. A little bit of cardboard in there as well. As I said, up and down the land this stuff is really popular, so it being a pint can yet again, good value for you lager drinkers out there. So let's top it up to the pint. Let's settle there a wee bit. Oh, nearly a schoolboy error. So here we are, pint of Carling. So anyway, this is Sofa King Drunken in here for a pint of Carling. Sans j'y va. Well, it's this is my sort of like third pint of the pint can series. I done a Foster's, Carlsberg, the green can, and now I'm on the Carling. This one actually has got more of a Foster's, and the Foster's was rather thin, and the Carlsberg was sweet. It tried to have a bit of body, but it was like a watered down Carlsberg special. And this one's actually got a little bit of thick, chewy bits in it. Not chewy bits, you know what I mean, it's a wee bit more body involved in it. Now, lager drinkers they're in the dark when it comes to beer. I was one of these guys. I used to drink lager for years and years and years, couldn't see past it, to be honest with you, until I started on craft beer. But it's nice to take a little step back, because that's what I'm doing. I take a little step back because every beer is for an occasion. So if you've had a shit day, whatever, and you just fancy moseying on down to the pub, hot day, lager's always a good one on a hot day, go for it. You know what I mean? Like, so you go onto YouTube and you watch a beer review and some guys slating this and slating that. Beers are for occasions, and you are the occasion. Be it a wedding, be it a shit day at the office, be it a hard day in the garden, be it an achievement, be it out with the lads, a stag do, whatever. It's all about occasions. So that's what beer is for. And I've got several beers that I love, and I'll only drink them at certain times, being on an occasion. But moving on, back to the beer. This one's got more of a body to it. But a bit sharp on the taste as well. It's got the, as I said, the kind of Weetabix, but it's got more body to it than the other lagers. It's not a bad one, this one. Is it one I'd drink again? Quite possibly, yeah. Now, I'm from Glasgow, and Glasgow's #1 lager is Tennent's Lager in Carling. Now, when I used to go into the pub, you would have a pub, it would have a Tennent's tap and a Carling tap, and when I was drinking lager, I'd always go for the Carling, because the Carling was a little bit more refined, where Tennent's was more like a gravel pit remover. That's my preference, that's what I used to drink. I do enjoy the odd pint of Tennent's, but this was a wee bit more softer on the palate. As I said, big pint can, picking them up and down the land in the stores. I think you're getting them like 4 for a £5 in a lot of places, and like 4 pints a lager for a £5, that's a deal. In all honesty, it is a deal. 4% the Richter scale for a Carling. I'm going to give it, the Carling, 4% on the Richter scale. I'm going to give it a Sofa King Drunk rating of, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. So anyway, Sofa King Drunk, give it a 6.5 out of 10. If you've had the Carling, is it the Classum, is it Carling Black Label? If you've had the Carling before, give us a shout. You think it's a good lager, or you think there's better ones out there I should be trying, give us a shout. And if not, Sofa King Drunk, I'll see you in another beer, lager, cider, whatever review. Slàinte mhath, keep drinking a good beer. Ciao for now.